Monkhouse here, and welcome back to another miscellaneous Python video. So this is a pretty neat one. So today we're basically going to be able to catch our syntax errors in our Python script before actually executing it. Why might we want to do that? Well, if we're training like neural networks or any Python script which is going to be large and take a long time to execute, we actually want to catch all those silly syntax errors before even trying to execute that script. So let's get started. So I created this directory called A, and inside there I actually just created this file called b.py, not a.py, b.py, and we're going to go inside there. And what I want you to do is to just write anything that you want inside a print statement, and just miss that. If you're using Python 3, just miss that last bracket. And then what we're going to do, and this great thing is this comes with the Python standard library, we're going to go back to the command line like I've done there, and we're going to say, look, we're going to execute this module, which is what the M stands for, and it's called PyCompile, like this. And then all we have to do is give it the file we're trying to compile in quotation marks. We're not really compiling it. Like this. And this actually tells us, look, on line 1, you've got this error. Unexpected end of file while passing. So that's really cool because that's a syntax error. Now this does have limitations. The limitations are if you do something that looks right to Python, it's not going to detect it. And I'm just going to show you one of those examples in just a moment. So firstly, let's go back into that and fix it. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to show you this call. So if you've heard of cat, if we do cat b.py, it just actually gives us exactly what we've put into our script. Now my friend showed me this thing called bat.py, bat basically, which is a replacement for cat. I can make a video showing you how to install it if you like, but what it actually shows us is the lines too, which is great. So we can actually use this py_compile on our script, which will tell us where the syntax error is, and then using this we can just quickly look at that, which is pretty neat. So let's go back into b.py. And then we're just going to get rid of this. Let's go to the beginning. And what I want to do is I'm going to import random as r. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create this variable called r.randint, and that's going to be somewhere between 1 and 10. And then all I want to do is print this variable. So this should work since there's no errors. So Python 3 b.py, and there you go, we get the number 7. So everything's worked there. Now what I'm going to show you is when the PyCompile no longer works. So if we just decided to change this to a G, so the syntax hasn't changed, right? We're telling it exactly the same way how we want to define this variable. Unfortunately, if we do something like Python 3 PyCompile, it's just not going to detect it, and it's going to say everything's fine, everything's good to go. So that's the limitation of it. But if we were to in fact do Python b.py, we would get this error. And again, so we're not getting name errors or anything like that, we're only catching syntax errors. But I still think that's worth having as part of your toolkit for when you're working with large scripts. Just to make sure you don't really waste time. But yes, if you enjoyed that and you want more miscellaneous videos like these, then just leave a comment or a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.